Welcome. I'm filming the Samsung Galaxy A52s, and today I will show you how to bypass the Google verification on this phone. Now, if I do unlock it, as you can see, let me just quickly make sure. There we go. I wanted to make sure if microphone is working. So anyway, getting back to this, as you can see, the phone right here is locked, and I have a way of unlocking it either using the pattern, or if I click right here, I can use Google account instead. Now for the bypass of this, we will unfortunately need a couple different things. So we'll need a computer, and more importantly, we'll need another Samsung device. It does need to be a Samsung device. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah. So once we get that, without a Samsung phone, you can't really begin. So let's get started by moving to our computer. Additionally, before we do, I will also mention we also need a cable just so we can plug in the computer and internet connection. So a couple, I guess, obvious little things. But anyway, in the description you'll find a link. It will take us to our website right here. So right now I have it open on Samsung Z Fold 3, but it doesn't really matter which one it is. The process is exactly the same for this device as it is for this one that I opened. Now, basically the page will look almost exactly the same with just a different name in here. And in here you'll see under step 5, 6, and 7 we have 3 different tools that we'll need to download. And I will kind of go over all the problems that this can cause, or cause us in terms of the bypass, because it does tend to break quite easily, partially because Windows breaks it, and partially because one of the things that we'll need to do is not very nice in cooperation and not very nice in terms of not stealing your data, but that's an application on your Android, which I'll touch upon once I get to it. So anyway, we're going to start off by downloading the Samsung or special Samsung drivers. So let's just click on that, download, and I'll mention I already did download this. I will most likely need to re-download or reinstall one thing, which I will touch upon once we get to it. But anyway, save this, and once you save it, just simply install it. That's basically all it takes. Now this is one of the things that I might need, that's why I kind of downloaded it. Then we have the Samsung Bypass FRP tool. Again, let's open it up. Download, I already do have it downloaded, so I'll quickly prepare it just so I can access it really quickly later on. Somewhere in here, I believe. There is this one. So have that prepared, and there is also another one that I do have to open up, which will be in here. I think this is it. Nope, that's not it. There we go. So that's the other one. So that's the third link, which I already have, and this one, the second link, is this. So I already have both of them, and they're just tools. So you don't have to install them or anything. Just the drivers are the ones that we need to install. Okay, so once you have those, let's just get rid of Chrome or whatever browser you're using, and let's get into the tools. So obviously, for the drivers, if you have downloaded them for the first time, you'll need to install them. It's nothing really complicated, just install them, and that's about it for installation. Now comes the time where I mentioned that Windows installs their own drivers, and Windows drivers kind of don't care about your drivers that you just installed, because they will still be on top, being used as primary drivers over the ones that you have installed that you actually need. And the ones that Windows includes are utter garbage. They're absolute trash, and they don't work at all. So when you plug in your phone, it will not be recognized, most likely. That's probably what will happen. Let's see if this will be the case for me. So I'm just gonna launch the program. Now I'm kind of skipping a step, which I will go back to later, just so I can see if it works for me or not. I kind of hope that it will not work, just so we can see it, well, not working, and see how to fix it. So you should be able to click right over here, and I believe it will work. Yep, it does work. So that's unfortunate. So that's how it's supposed to correctly work, right? Okay, there we go. So that is how it normally would work if it works correctly. But the high chance is that when you try to use this, it will not. So let's start off by just opening this up as an administrator. The second link, Samsung FRP bypass tool. And when you open it up, unfortunately opens up some trash website. You want to select right here, disable drive's signature. Now I already disabled it, and what will happen is, I'm opening up OBS just so I can move the camera. What will happen is your device will basically disable it and then tell you that you need to reboot the device. Once it's rebooted, right here you can see that my Windows right now is in what's called test mode, and that's what it needs to be in. So once you have it in test mode, you should be good to go to the next step, which is trying to press the bypass FRP, like you've seen me do. Now for me it worked. For you there is a high chance that it will either show no device detected, or it just will try to do something and fail. And that is probably going to be the case for almost everybody. So to fix this problem, what you will need to do is right click on Start and go to Device Manager. No, not Disk Manager. Device Manager. There we go. Device Manager. And in here, we're going to be looking for, I believe it was called Samsung USB or something like this. For me, it's going to show correctly because the drivers are working. And it's also going to be in a different location than the ones that don't work. For the ones that don't work, I believe they're under like some kind of USB ports or something like this. So, portable. Okay, so for me, it's in under portable devices. As you can see, it's being read fully. Galaxy A52s. So this is the device that I have, and it's being read accordingly. Now, what Windows will install is some garbage that will just show you a Samsung USB device or something along those lines. You need to find this, and once you find it, I'm gonna quickly go over this as though that would be it. Let's just assume this is the garbage that Windows shows you. You're gonna right click on it, go to properties, then you're gonna go into drivers and then uninstall drivers and select uninstall. And once you have done that, you want to go back to the first link, so the Samsung drivers that we have downloaded as a first thing. So let's go into here, those ones, and simply install them again. And once you install those, everything should work just fine at that point. So that is the first problem that you might encounter. So once you have that solved, you can plug in your device. Make sure you're connected on this device to network. As you can see, I am. And all you need to do now is press bypass FRP. Click on OK. And this will bring up this window right here. So just click on the view button. And there we go. And this will open up our web browser. So from here, let's select accept and continue. No thanks. Tap right at the top and navigate to hardreset.info/bypass. Now, actually, before I start typing this in, I will make this window be full screen just so you can see better. We will still need a computer. That's why I'm kind of staying on it. So let's see if I can make the sharpness be a little bit better. So it actually looks to be set automatically, so that's good. Let me just fix this up. Okay, so like I mentioned, right here you want to type in hardreset.info/bypass. Like so. If you need a moment to write it down, do pause the video. And in here, scroll a little bit down and click on the Galaxy Store. This will move you to the Samsung Galaxy website right here for the store. And as you can see, you have this tiny little button right here, try now. Click on it. And this will try to open up Galaxy Store, but we number one need to select continue and then select update. And as you can see, it brought us back to the website right here. There's also a chance that it will bring you back to the setup screen. If that is the case, simply relaunch the Samsung FRP bypass tool, and again select unlock or bypass FRP to get the pop-up, and just repeat the steps to get back to the hard reset info, and then select again the store, and then try now, and you should then be able to open up without any problem. So from here, once you have access to the store, you want to click on the search icon, and we're looking for S9 Launcher. There we go, S9 Launcher theme. So as you can see, it comes up as a suggested. Simply click on it and then select download. Now once you do that, Samsung will want you to log in, as you can see right over here. So log in with your account. Now before you do, I will mention that this must be the same account that is logged in on the other Samsung device that you will be using for this process. So as you can see, if I need to turn it on. I mean, I do know what the account here is, so I'm just gonna log in, but while it's turning on, I'm gonna show you once it's up. So anyway, now if you're using a Google account, you do need to also add @gmail.com, because this is still a Samsung login page. So let's select next, and I can put in my password. So obviously I'm gonna move it off the screen and log in with it. There we go. Okay, so from here, let's see, we have optional, optional, and optional. So we don't actually have to agree to anything, at least in terms of selections right here. And as you can see, I do have the two-step verification, so I need to select a device right here. I will wait for a moment for this to actually boot up, and then I will select this device. We have quite low battery. Hopefully you have enough time to do this. Okay, so you quickly check. This is probably gonna be the last one, the SMT719. But I'm just gonna go into about a phone just to make sure. Nope, that's J7. That's unfortunate that it's not visible in here. Okay, I guess I'll be back once I can find the actual device that I need to use to verify this, because this one just decided to disappear from my two-step verification, which causes me massive problem. So I'll be back once I find some kind of way to verify this. Okay, so I did manage to log in. I needed to send a verification using a number, because someone decided to remove this device from the verification phones. At a company people do. I don't think so, yeah. Anyway, now once you actually manage to log in, you can then select allow and download, which will begin downloading the S9 Launcher. Select install anyway. And from there, once it's finished, you can click on this little play button. I just missed it, so let's try it again. There we go. So once you click on it, leave it all checked on as it is, and select continue. And select OK. Enter. OK. And there we go. So right here, we're basically set. So we are logged into our Samsung account, and we have the S9 Launcher. So that's basically all we need to do right here for now. So let's just kind of move it to the side and bring the unlocked device, which you will need for this. Hopefully it's still on. Nope, it just turned off, even though it has more than 10% battery. Samsung, amazing devices. Let's see if I can actually find a cable just so I can plug it in. I have some cable just so I can charge it up, so it won't be turning off. Okay, so On our unlocked device, number one, we're gonna start off by going into the settings. And in here, you wanna scroll down and find the accounts. So now, depending on what kind of Android you're using, this might be in different places. So as an example, on this one, it will be the settings menu will be organized a little bit differently than it is on here. So you'll just need to find where it is that you need to log in. For me, it's cloud and accounts. And in here, go to accounts. And as you can see, I am logged in right here with a Google account. So hardresetinfo1@gmail.com, which is also the same one that I used right here to log into the Samsung account. So these basically match up. Now I could probably also add a Samsung account, considering it's the same one, just to be certain, but I'll try this way, the way it is right now, and see if this will work with the Google account and the Samsung account from Google. So anyway, let's go back once you're logged in with the same accounts on both devices, and you want to now navigate into your Play Store. So Play Store right here. And in here, search for Alliance Shield X application. There we go, and it's right here, the last visible option, Alliance Shield X. And I have the update option, so select update. Obviously, for you'll probably need to download it instead of updating it. And once it's downloaded, just leave it as it is. You don't need to open it or anything. Okay, it's pending and it's not really doing anything. Now I'm just gonna cancel it. It should still work. I don't really have time for this to be pending for half an hour. On this outdated device, it is super slow, so that's probably one of the reasons. And additionally, there's probably other applications that updating before this one. So anyway, once you have that application, obviously I have it already installed. You can try to find it. There we go, it's right over here. So once you have it, navigate back into the settings, scroll again back down to the cloud and accounts, and in here you want to select backup and restart, or restore in this case, and we're gonna select backup data. And before you back up, you want to deselect everything and only select applications and select backup. Now additionally, there's also a chance that you will need to update this, like the backup process, for some reason. So if that is the case, it will tell you that you need to back it up. Before that, you can't really back it up at all. And once you select the backup, or not backup, but the update option, it will go back to the settings page, like right here, and you just need to wait for it to finish updating. If you try to press this, nothing will happen, so just press a couple times. Once it's finished updating it, it will allow you to basically click on the backup option. As you can see, I already did back it up. It was finished, so it had a done option in there. So when you see that, you're basically done with this phone. So I'm just gonna close it off, move it to the side, and move back to this one. So in here, we're gonna start off by navigating into our settings. So right over here and find settings. Oh, there it is. So settings, and as you can see, there is the account logged in right now. So with that, you want to scroll down to accounts and the backup, restore data. Now again, this will need to update, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, as you can see right here, it selects only apps because that's the only thing that we have made a backup of, but you don't want to select all of them. So deselect it and click on this arrow right here. I just missed it, so I'm gonna unselect it right here. So anyway, once you click on the arrow, it will show you all the apps that it has made a backup of. And to be honest, we're only interested in this one, the Alliance Shield X application. So make sure you only select this one, click on Done, and restore. And select Install. Now it looks like I don't need to update anything, which is actually nice. Like I mentioned, normally I should be forced to update this in some way, but right now it didn't really tell me that I need to. And as you can see, it's finished restoring it. So let's select Done and Later. And you want to back out to the home screen right here and look for the application, which is right up here. Click on it. And now we're going to select Next, Next, Next. Got it. And I don't think I actually, wait. I think I might have messed it up, but I guess we'll see. Normally we should be, I don't know if I didn't see it or didn't pay attention, but we should be able to enable the Knox and Administrator, which, let's see if I can actually just go back. Navigate into Settings, Applications. And go Apps. Apparently I can't. Oh well, so I'm gonna do it this way just so I can remove the data and actually enable what I need to enable. So I need to go back into the settings and basically restore the application again. So it looks like I actually do need to simply log in for this to appear. I guess we'll find out if that is the case. So let me just quickly check my account now. Actually, before I do this, I'll stop right here. This app is absolutely garbage, and I would be using a completely different app if I could. The reason why I say this, it does work as it's supposed to, and it will function, give us access to what we need, but the app is basically a phishing way for you to give away your data. If you try to go around this, like I did by, for instance, using a temporary email, because that's kind of what normal people do nowadays, just so we don't have to receive spam on our actual emails, this application will literally IP ban you as a spammer. Not sure what you're spamming, because you're not really spamming anybody. You're trying just to create an account just so you can access the tasks that are running in the back of the device, so you can launch certain feature that is already pre-baked into this device. And you do it using this application. But you need an account, just so you need to give away your email address to whoever created this application, just so they can most likely sell it off, and just so you can get a spam on your email. So I would recommend you to use some kind of email that you're gonna, I don't know, create once and just get rid of it, because I have no idea how much trash you will start receiving because of this application. So just keep that in mind. It is a phishing application. It does gather basically your email address and most likely more, depending on what kind of email. Like for instance, if you went through Google, your phone number probably is also assigned to Google, so they not only have your email, but they also will have your number. So just keep that in mind. Now I already have an account. I have actually multiple. One is a little bit inappropriate probably to show it off. It was made out of frustration. If it's still accessible, visible, if for instance editor didn't blur it out, you can probably go to the bypass, FRP bypass of the fold, the Z Fold 3, and you'll see right here what the account that I used to log in. But basically, it will be the full word of F your app 123 with a capital F, and the same password if you're interested. It was made out of frustration because perma or IP banning people for trying to use a temporary email just so you don't actually have to give away your personal data is an absolute scam of a move, and it just seems really fishy and scammy. And to be banned or as a spammer is just an ironic thing to do. So anyway, I'm gonna use my account to log in here, which I won't be actually showing right here because I could, to be honest, but the problem is application only has a certain amount of phones that it can take, and once it does, you do need to go into like the settings on the website and start removing them manually. Otherwise, you kind of are not able to log in. So anyway, I'm gonna log in. Now obviously I'm gonna move this off the screen. Now additionally, as a cherry on top to this application, once you create an account, which you verify with your email address, and you forget either the username or the password, there's also no way for you to regain that username or password or change it. You just have to create a new account, and guess what? The email that you used cannot be used again because it already exists. You just have no way of accessing it anymore. So yeah, a little actual like trash app, what I would call. It's just fortunate that it does the job. So anyway, let's sign in. It asks us for device name. I'm just gonna leave this empty. It doesn't really matter what it's named. And from here, you want to make sure that you have selected the device admin. Select active. Go to next page. Enable Knox. Agree. Go to the next page and finish. And as you can see right here, you should see admin and Knox with a green light. So that's the only thing you care about. And in here, we're gonna navigate into the app manager, close. And I'm gonna quickly check on the web, on my guide, what I actually need to search for, because there is a application that we need to look for. Okay, so it's gonna be service mode. As you can see, once you type in service M, it shows it up as a suggested service mode. Simply click on it and then go to activities, scroll down, and you're looking for this specific one. It's the third one from the bottom, but make sure it's the same for you. So as you can see, service mode, and below that you have com.sec.android.app.mode.activities.usb settings. There's only one like that with the USB settings ending. So you can basically pay attention to the last thing, USB settings. From here, I'm gonna click on it and select open. And now we're gonna select, I believe it was the MTP ADB, but I'm just gonna also make sure that it was the one that I am looking for. Yep, MTP ADB. So once you have enabled this, you want to get it back to your computer with a cable. So let me make this again small. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's minimize this, and we can also close this program. Obviously, it's not needed. And now we're looking for the unlock FRP, which is the third link that we needed to download. Again, let's select right click and run as admin, allow, and let's connect our phone. Now on our phone, there's going to be a couple things that will show up. So right here, allow using or USB debugging, select allow, select always. Now this might come up a couple times, at least that happened for me once before. But anyway, once you select it, you should see in the application itself right here that it detects a device. Now there is a chance that sometimes it just keeps it empty and doesn't show anything for some reason, which you can check if it's working or not. But in normal circumstances, it's supposed to show you the model that is connected to it. So from here, you want to select unlock. For some reason, let's select allow. And there we go. As you can see, it gives us success, which is what we're looking for. So now we can unplug a cable and simply hold the power key, which unfortunately launches Bixby, so that's not what we want. So power key and volume down, and select restart. And we'll see which option I have, but there are two alternatives what might happen right now. So number one, everything works fine and it will boot up without any problem. After a couple of seconds, you should be on the home screen with it being fully unlocked. So that's the better alternative. The second one is that it's going to glitch out and the device will try to go to the setup screen, while it's also going to try to at the same time go to the S9 launcher. And what you will end up seeing is this kind of like sliding motion of basically phone going back and forth between those two. Now for me, it looks like it did something. Now disregard this, just let it disappear, close it if you have to. But it looks like, yeah, it worked fine. The reason, the way you can figure out if it worked fine or not, as you can see, I have all buttons at the bottom. If the device would be locked, you would only see the back button. And additionally, there's a chance that you right now are seeing only the back button. Give it a couple seconds. If it's stable, like it doesn't glitch around and it's on this like home screen with only back arrow, give it a minute and it will load it up. And then I don't know, after a couple seconds, maybe to a minute, you'll see all the buttons. So that is the better way. And like I mentioned, if for you it's stuck and it's glitching out, like basically you don't see a home screen, just trying to open something up and failing at it and doing some weird stuff, plug it in again and launch again this application and again select unlock. And from there it should work just fine. And from there, once you have the access to the home screen, just to be super safe, you can navigate into the settings. From here you can scroll down to General Management, Reset, Factory Data Reset, and then once you tap on Delete All, this will begin a factory reset of the device, but what will also happen is it will remove all the data that is on the device. That will include accounts and protections that were previously blocking us from finishing up the setup. So the device will be fully unlocked at that point, and everything from it will be removed. So I do recommend you doing this. Now I won't be going over this on the video just because it's a factory reset. Once it's finished, you're back in the setup screen with the device fully unlocked, so you can set it up however you like. It provides you with no extra information. And I'm pretty sure you already know how to go through the setup screen. So this is how you would... Actually, it looks like I should probably go through it, but like I mentioned, I won't be going over it. So this is how you would bypass the Google verification on this device. And even though it is a little bit convoluted and needs additional phones and programs and stuff like that, it does work, and it's a bit hard, and Windows makes it even harder. But you can see right here, it does work. We have access to the home screen, and after you go through a factory reset, the device is just fully unlocked. So anyway, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.